the perfect place. Keto with Sammy. Keto with Sammy.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Keto with Sammy. Lately, I have been in the holiday spirit and I just couldn't wait to show you this awesome cookie recipe. If y'all haven't guessed already, today we are going to be making some keto gingerbread man cookies. So let's jump straight into this video. Alright guys, so for our ingredients today, of course you're going to want a gingerbread man cutter, or you could use any shape that you'd like. Then for our flour, we're going in with our almond flour and some coconut flour. This is the sugar replacement I'm using today. You could use any sugar replacement that you'd like. And then you're going to want some ground cinnamon, 12 tablespoons of softened unsalted butter. For our spices, you're going to want some ground nutmeg, some ground ginger, and some ground cloves. Half a teaspoon of baking soda, some sea salt, some xanthan gum. This right here is some blackstrap molasses. I know it's pretty high in carbs, but trust me, we're only going to be using half a tablespoon. It's barely going to add anything. Then this is optional. It depends if your dough comes out dry. Just keep some unsweetened almond milk on the side. First step for our gingerbread man cookies, you're going to want a large mixing bowl, and to our bowl, we're going to add 2 cups of almond flour. Next, you're going to add 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 1 tablespoon of our ground cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of our ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of our sea salt, half a teaspoon of xanthan gum, half a teaspoon of baking soda. Now just get a whisk and make sure everything is well mixed together and any clumps of the almond flour are broken apart. And once you have everything mixed together, we're going to set this aside and you're going to want to bring out a stand mixer. Once you have your stand mixer out or a hand mixer, you're going to want to add in your 12 tablespoons of softened room temperature butter. Make sure it is unsalted. Then to your softened butter, you're going to add 1 cup of your sugar replacement. Then we're going to cream together the butter and the sweetener until nice and fluffy. Okay, once your butter and sugar is nice and fluffy and mixed together, we're going to add in our next ingredient. You're going to add in half a tablespoon of your black molasses. After your molasses, you're going to add in some of the dry ingredients. We're going to be adding it in slowly as you're mixing. As you're mixing, if you need to scrape down the edges, you can do so, and you're going to start seeing the dough form. Now, if your dough needs some help by sticking together, this is where the almond milk comes in, but you only want to add 1 to 2 teaspoons at a time. And I just added some extra, but it's okay. Okay, once your dough is nice and stuck together, it should look something like this. We're going to form a ball in the bowl. Now with clean hands, just go in and form a ball. All right, and once it looks something like this, everything is nice and stuck together, we're going to be popping this into the fridge. Now pop your dough into the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Once you take your dough off the fridge, you're going to want to get 2 pieces of parchment paper, and we're going to lay our dough between them. Place your dough on the bottom parchment paper. Get your second parchment paper and put it right on top. You're going to want a rolling pin, and we're going to roll it until it's 1/2 inch thick. Okay, once you have your gingerbread dough rolled out like this, leave the parchment paper on top. We're going to be popping this back into the fridge. It does not have to be perfect around the edges because we're going to re-roll it when we cut out the gingerbread mans. Transfer your dough with the parchment paper onto a large baking sheet. Now put your large baking sheet with your rolled out dough and the parchment paper into the fridge for another hour or into the freezer for 10 minutes. Okay, once you had your dough in the freezer or the fridge, you're going to take it off your baking sheet. Set it to the side, and then the top parchment paper you're going to place onto the baking sheet. And as we cut our gingerbread man, you're going to transfer them to the baking sheet and the parchment paper. So now we're going to start cutting our little cute gingerbread mans. And then you just firmly push into it. Carefully take it out, and then just repeat until you don't have no more room to cut them. Sometimes they'll pop out with the cutter. You just lightly push it out, and you're going to transfer it to the parchment paper to the side. Now I like to try to get the center dough, so I'm gonna take out these other little gingerbread mans, and then you're just going to re-roll out your dough. It's okay if it breaks. Look, I just broke a little leg. Just re-roll out that dough. Just be very careful. They are very fragile. If some of them are too hard to pick up, you can just get a spatula and pick them up without cracking them. Alright guys, and I have all my little gingerbread mans cut out. Do not overcrowd your baking pan. You will have some leftovers, so the dough that I do have left over, I will place in the fridge until I need more to cut out. So now you're going to take this baking sheet, place in the freezer for about 10 minutes until your oven preheats, so it prevents separating when we are baking. You're going to preheat your oven to 325 degrees. After it's preheated, place your pan into your oven. We're going to bake these for 12 to 15 minutes, but we are going to rotate the pan halfway through. Halfway through your time, you're going to open it and rotate your pan. Just let it finish baking until they're nice and crispy around the edges and nice and puffy. All right guys, and once they are done baking, they should look like this. You want them nice and browned around the edges. Just do not overbake them. Now you want to let them sit here to cool off for 20 to 25 minutes. Do not move them because they will fall apart. Alright guys, then after about 20 to 25 minutes of cooling on the baking pan, I just transferred them to a wire rack just so they can cool all the way around. But look at guys, they're already hard. They look so good and so cute. Now let me show y'all how to make an easy keto icing to top the gingerbread mans with. Now you can eat your gingerbreads plain, or you can make this simple icing. You're going to want half a cup of this Swerve sugar replacement in the confectioners kind, so it is the powder. Then you're just going to take some heavy cream and add in a tablespoon, a little bit at a time, and you're gonna get the consistency that you want. Just work with it. If you need more, add more after you are done mixing it. As you can see, it needs more to be runny, so I'm going to add in another tablespoon. You don't want it too runny, but you don't want it too thick either. You want it to be able to set onto your gingerbread man. Okay, and I think 3 tablespoons got us the consistency that we want. It's not too runny, but it's not too thick. Now we're just going to place this into a little sandwich bag to get it piped onto our gingerbread man. So now I just have a little bit of my gingerbread mans right here, and you just pipe it how you like it. Make little faces on them. I am no professional, guys. I just put this in a little sandwich Ziploc bag and cut off the end a little bit. Just gonna put a little smiley face. Oh, look at me. Sammy the baker. No, I'm just kidding. Put little designs at the bottom. Make them nice and cute. These are totally great to do with your kids as well. I'm probably gonna do the leftovers with my kids. Not the gumdrop buttons. Oh, this came out so cute. Look at that. And then just finish it to the rest of your cookies. All right guys, and once you are done decorating, you have yourself some awesome keto gingerbread cookies to enjoy over the holidays. And I'm just going to give one a try for y'all on camera. Oh my god, they're so nice and crunchy. It is Christmas already, and I'm so freaking excited. These are amazing. You can't even tell that they are low carb keto gingerbread cookies. That crunch is there. The texture is just like a real gingerbread cookie. The icing is on point, and they're just so good, full of ginger, full of nutmeg, full of cinnamon, just explosive flavor. They are so good, guys. Question of the day, what is your favorite holiday cookie? Comment down below. All right, guys, so that was today's video of our keto gingerbread man cookies. I hope y'all enjoy this awesome recipe over the holidays with your grandkids, your kids, your whole family. Gather together and decorate some healthy cookies for y'all to enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all in my next video.